upper flat plain sung a high lonesome song down across the blades of the dry iron grass. Loose things moved in the wind, but the dust lay close to the ground. It was a clear day, a blue sky. A few puffy, white-looking thunderclouds dragged their shadows like dark sheets across the flat Caprock country. The Caprock is that big, high, crooked cliff of limestone, sand rock, marble, and flint that divides the lower West Texas plains from the upper North Panhandle plains. The canyons, dry wash rivers, sandy creek beds, ditches, and gullies that joined up with the Caprock cliff form the graveyard of past Indian civilizations, flying and testing grounds of herds of leather-winged bats, drying grounds of monster-sized bones and teeth, roosting, nesting, and the breeding place of the bald-headed big brown eagle. Dens of rattlesnakes, lizards, scorpions, spiders, jackrabbit, cottontail, ants, horny butterfly, horned toad, and stinging winds and seasons. These things all were born of the Caprock cliff, and it was alive and moving with all these, and with the mummy skeletons of early settlers of all colors. A world close to the sun, closer to the wind, the cloudbursts, floods, gumbo muds, the dry and dusty things that lose their footing in this world and blow, and roll, jump wire fences like the tumbleweed, and take their last earthly leap in the north wind out and down, off the upper North Plains, and down onto the sandier cotton plains that commence to take shape west of Clarendon. A world of big stone 12-room houses, 10-room wood houses, and a world of shack houses. There are more of the saggy, rotting shack houses than of the nicer wood houses, and the shack houses all look to the larger houses and curse out at them, howl, cry, and ask questions about the rot, the filth, the hurt, the misery, the decay of land and of families. All kinds of fights break out between the smaller houses, the shacks, and the larger houses. And this goes for the town, where the houses lean around on one another, and for the farms and ranch lands, where the wind sports high, wide, and handsome, and the houses lay far apart. All down across this the wind blows. And the people work hard when the wind blows, and they fight even harder when the wind blows. And this is the canyon womb, the stickery bed, the flat pallet on the floor of the earth where the wind, its own self, was born. The rocky lands around the Caprock cliff are mostly worn slick from suicide things blowing over it. The cliff itself, canyons that run into it, are banks of clay and layers of sand, deposits of gravel and flint rocks, sandstone, volcanic mixtures of dried-out lavas, and in some places the cliff wears a wig of nice iron grass that lures some buffalo, antelope, or beef steer out for a little bit, then slips out from underfoot and sends more flesh and blood to the flies and the buzzards, more hot meals down the cliff to the white fangs of the coyote, the lobo, the opossum, coon, and skunk. Old Grandpa Hamlin dug a cellar for his woman to keep her from the weather and the men. He dug it 1/2 of 1 mile from the rim of Caprock Cliff. He loved Ella as much as he loved his land. He raised 5 of his boys and girls in the dugout. They built a yellow 6-room house a few yards from the cellar. 4 more children came in this yellow 6-room house, and he took all of his children several trips down along the cliff rim and pointed to the sky and said to them, "Them same 2 old eagles flying and circling yonder, they were circling there on the morning that I commenced to dig my dugout, and no matter what hits you kids, or no matter what happens to you, don't get hurried, don't get worried, 'cause the same 2 eagles will see us all come and see us all go." And Grandma Della Hamlin told him, "Get a hold of a piece of earth for yourself. Get a hold of it like this, and then fight. Fight to hold on to it like this. Wood rots, wood decays. This ain't the country to get a hold of nothing made out of wood in. This ain't the country of trees. This ain't even a country for brush, nor even for bushes. In this streak of the land here, you can't fight much to hold on to what's wood, 'cause the wind and the sun and the weather here is just too awful hard on wood. You can't fight your best unless you got your 2 feet on the earth and fighting for what...